Buñuel and Almodóvar. A comedy by Burnin Percebes. The Fantastic Golem Affair.
La semana pasada, el domingo, David se cayó de un edificio. Se cayó desde la azotea de casa y se rompió. ¿Pero qué pasa? ¿Que no me cree? Ese tonito. Cuidado.
The Fantastic Golem Affair.
Mi padrastro le gustaba hacerse el chulo haciendo chapuzas en casa y con el martillo, ¡pam! ¡Pam! Y de repente, ¡pam! Se rompió en mil pedazos.
¿Qué haces?
Me estoy insinuando, tío. Si todo el mundo queda para follar por internet.
Hey.
The Fantastic Golem Affair. The movie everyone will be talking about. Starring a dream team of Spain's biggest, brightest and funniest stars.
Este Kleenex está lleno de semen.
Que va, está usado, pero no es semen.
Claro que es semen, huele a fuet.
Each one better than the next. More stars? There's the whole world beyond Hollywood.
El otro día me estaban observando. Dos policías, no larguilucho y el otro más joven.
Gran descripción.
El caso es que les seguí y entraron aquí.
Estás en Golem Solution SL. Nos dedicamos a la manufactura de goles de compañía. Nunca un golem había muerto antes de tiempo.
Es que hay algo más. Aún no te he dicho todo.
The Fantastic Golem Affairs.
Sus cocos, señorito.
Comentario un poquito racista en este asunto, que es nazi de verdad.
You cannot miss this one.
Boom, there you go. That was the trailer for The Fantastic Golem Affairs. I'm KUYA P. This is Nerds Rule the World. Joining me to talk all things The Fantastic Golem Affairs are a pair of the writers, directors, Burnin Percebes. I have Juan González and Fernando Martínez. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Thank you.
I am wonderful. So we're actually on the eve, I believe, of you screening in New York tonight, as of this recording. What are the vibes now? I know you guys are on like this American tour. You're going to be going to California soon, Florida. What are the vibes as you introduce this film to an American audience?
Well, by the moment we are in New York City, that's crazy for us because we traveled all the way here to premiere tonight and tomorrow. As you can see, we are in the Avengers Tower. Everything's okay here, and yeah, we're really expecting it to be a cool afternoon and people to enjoy the film, and would be awesome to be in all the other tour steps, but that's not gonna be possible. But our heart will be there.
Well, you got to find the time next time you have, you're here in the States and go check it out. But we're loving this film. Let's get into it. The Fantastic Golem Affairs. Again, you're bringing it across the country. I had the honor and pleasure of screening the film myself. This started, and I'm a fellow filmmaker, by the way, and I have the gift of speaking with fellow filmmakers like yourself, which inspires me, and that's what this film did for me. So I found out in doing the research and reading about this that it was a GIF, or if it was a GIF. I don't know how you pronounce it right, but a GIF from Top Secret that inspired you both to write and develop this film. Can we start from there? Like, who was the first one that saw it, and then to take that little image and turn it into this full-blown script that we have that you're now screening everywhere across the U.S. How that came to be, and what was that like, taking that?
I think back in 2015 or something like that, Nando saw this. Well, we were really on Tumblr. Imagine how many years ago this was. And Nando found this GIF of the movie Top Secret, where this soldier punches in the face to another one, and then he falls from a tower and breaks into little tiny pieces. And that was more like the seed of this idea, like the seed of the film. Sorry. Like we were thinking, what will happen if this happens to you? Imagine that your mom or whomever at your place came back one day and she told you like, well, your dad died, but you don't know how he died. and what could happen in this? Like, imagine that they tell you that just break into tiny pieces, and we were trying to figure, well, what could be behind this thing? And that was the seed of the film. And then we developed every idea and other plots. But that was the main. Well, when the idea was born.
So was that you that first saw the GIF?
It was Nando. It was
it's kind of difficult to remember, but did you know in that time it was Tumblr, as he said. Nowadays it's Instagram. You send clips to another. It really doesn't matter who saw it the first. The thing is, when we saw it, we said like, we can do something with this.
Yeah, but like, so you saw it, but then you heard it, but then you tell him, and you're like, what? Like, you then create this piece. And what I love also as a person of color, culturally, how like we can blend, this absurd comedy, but also trying to really say something. There's that piece there that I think that we see in a way as a person of color. I have to say, and I love that of us. So when you're going back and forth, what were your thoughts? And and just then to turn it into what it is, and broaching all these different people that we interact with, that we see through the course of this film. How did those come to be as you're developing it?
Well, the thing is, we've been working together since high school, because we know each other since high school, and we began to make short films and all that when we were 16. And our way of working is like we're brainstorming all the time. If we're together, we're like trying to make jokes or talking about funny things, and because we really like to explain things or make our films comedy, because we think there's a cool way you can say things with comedy. Because you can say important things and in a good mood, like you can set a good mood, and then you can talk about things. And I guess in this case, when we saw that GIF and we said, okay, we can do something with this, and we were trying to think what kind of film we wanted to do, and at the end we thought about this idea of, okay, let's do a film about this guy who loses his friend because his friend shatters, and then he realized all his life depended on him, and then he realized for sure it depended on him because someone wanted to be like that, and talking about how when you grow up you realize how real life is, and how you are now the boss of yourself, and your decisions really matter, no? And I think that the film tries to talk about all these things, and in the process we create, we are always like in conversation and having ideas and trying and testing and writing, and the film was first written maybe 6 years before it was shot, and then it would change a lot because we grow up and we changed too, and
also the world changed a lot. So yeah. We have
and that's the way we were building up, and trying not to do the same thing as ever, and trying not to use the same stereotypes, and trying to use not the same bodies, and not the same sexualities, and not the same gender roles, and not the same, and trying to build up this world where, well, in one way, this world where we like to live, in where we are all over these shits and problems that we really don't understand, and we want to be like over them.
Yeah, I get that. I love that. It's like you already know each other so very well because you've been working together so long. But then I love how, things aren't always final. And I'm sure you even changed it while in production. And then even in post, it changes again, right? Because we learn, we adapt, and we want to try to kind of change the filter a little bit. So with that being said, so you come up with this amazing story. And like I said, I love how we can send the message off with comedy when it's really heavy sometimes, but it's easier to digest for a lot of people when you blend it with comedy. And you did that so well in this film. So as you're filming this, can we talk about production and how things kind of changed? And actually, maybe, you know what? Let me stop there. My apologies. This amazing cast, brilliant. This ensemble cast is brilliant. So you come up with a script, and now we cast it before we get into the production, because I want to talk story elements there. But I want to talk about you have the script, you now are casting, and you have this amazing cast. What did you see? Who did you already have in mind, and then how it kind of came together?
Well, the thing is, when we wrote the script, we had like this list of our dreamy cast, and we passed it to the production company, sorry, and then they told us like this because the cast actually is like really big people in Spain, like they are like well-known actors. And we passed this list to the production company, and they told us, these people is not going to make this movie. This movie is so weird. It's so indie in Spain. I don't think you will achieve this cast. And then eventually the script was sent to these people, and then one after another, they were saying, yes, for sure, I love it. So yeah, we were really lucky. And yeah, and we also made like this process of adapt the characters to the actors in conversations with them in the pre-production. Like we were fortunate to have like 1 month or 2 of conversations with every character and every actor, sorry. And then we modified the script with the ideas that were in those meetings. And yeah, so we were really lucky. And yeah, all of them, they're amazing actors, and they were really into playing and really into our game. So yeah, that was really
I love that. Bravo. So so when you were casting and you were doing some read-throughs, seeing your script come alive as a filmmaker, you know, as well, right? Hearing people read the lines that you've had in your head and now seeing it voiced through, you know, these people that are now going to play it. Can you tell me just maybe some special moments while in those casting sessions that just made you smile, or even when we got to set, seeing just some of those situations brought to life?
I think it was the first time, because it was the first time we were shooting a film with a proper budget and we can do things the right way. And it was the first time we sat all the actors and make a reading, no? Like this really common thing to do. That's like I don't know how you call it in English, we call it mesa italiana, but it's like all the cast reading the script. And it was crazy because for us, it was the first time we did something like that. And we were really afraid because we've always worked in a much punkier way. Like we just did things on our own. There wasn't script, or there wasn't dialogue. Sorry, there was a script, but not dialogues. And we were really afraid of what it would happen. And then the thing began, and we really enjoy it. Like, okay, this is working. It's going well. And obviously you say, okay, this is not a good joke because nobody has laughed or nobody gets it. And then, as Juan said, you get to work with the actors, and the actor. At the end, the actors know better the characters than you. At least we like to do it that way. We like the characters to grow with the actors, and then when an actor comes and says, "Okay, I think this is not working because I would say it this way because I think the character would do it this way," and we really like that kind of dialogue and making grow the cast, no? And then there's times that's not that fun when they don't want to do like this joke that you really like it. And we were like really obsessed with this joke that when the I don't know how to say it in English, when the hair falls from the lawyer. We wanted him to shout like a French sentence, like he would say, "Oh, mi bisoñé," and it was really fun for us because I don't know why, but the actors are like, "No, I cannot do this," and then in that moment you say, "Oh shit, I would like him to do that." And I guess other directors would be like, "Okay, I'm here, the director. You have to say that, and that's it." But we understand when someone is not feeling that that's the thing to do, because there's not sense on making things slow down or get sketchy. It's like, okay, you don't want to do this. Let's think about another thing. How do you want to do it? Like and at the end, I think it's better the way it is now.
I love that. Yeah, and it makes it, you know, sometimes we got to challenge ourselves, and it helps bring out the best in us as creatives and filmmakers. And a lot of stuff can say a lot with it being nonverbal, and I saw that with these great actors in this film. Again, Spanish isn't my first language, and so like I'm seeing the, you know, I'm reading the narration, you know, because it's subtitled, and but just loving how things come across. And can we speak on that as well? And then I want to get into production. How, you know, I don't know, a lot of you're touring this across America. Spanish may not be the first language. What has the reception been from audiences that are seeing and reading and from all sides that you're getting feedback on, and but just the beauty because it translates without you even knowing the language, and we're laughing and we're crying and we're doing all those things.
Well, it's really interesting in every screening of the film, like how it changes with the audience. Like sometimes they really laugh in this moment, or maybe another one, but it's not always the same, and it's not even a country or a culture thing, because even in some different screenings in Spain, the audience responds differently in every pass that we made. And well, I think in here, for example, in the States, the first thing, the first time that we put the film in the States was in the Fantastic Fest in Austin, Texas, and I really enjoyed being in the cinema with the audience, because I didn't know how they're gonna react to a film, to our jokes, or in general to the movie. And it's lovely to see how it can travel well, because that was something that we were when we were writing the film, we were speaking about the universality of the well, we want this movie to be universal, like you can understand it if you are from any part of the world, like if you're from Asia, America, Africa, whatever, like you can understand, because it speaks about things that are universal, like friendship, losing someone, adulthood, and well, it's really nice actually to see the movie in other countries and see that it travels well.
Yeah, it's a universal language. It speaks on its own, and just beautifully done, guys. So while we're in production, we're making our script come to life. We have our amazing cast. Was there anything, as we said, as we kind of said earlier, things changed along the way that you might have had initially in the script, and then you adapt because maybe a budget constraint can't allow this, or we can't get this location. Can we talk about the production and maybe some changes that occurred during that time?
We were really lucky with the production company, because they were like really into the film, and they won't say no. Like they wanted us to make the film as we wanted, and we had this crazy idea of, okay, we want to do this film with this really plastic aesthetics and with the really kind of painting idea, and we want these sets built, and we want these big scenarios and these painted backgrounds, and they would say yes to everything. So we were like, okay, let's do it. And also we are like really not that we don't have like a really big ego in the sense of if someone says, okay, we cannot do this because there's no budget, we don't get angry. It's just, okay, wait, you say you cannot do this because the budget, let us think how we can do it with that budget, no? Like
where we can take from, so we can make it that.
And maybe we wanted 4 cameras to shoot the falling of the figure, because we only have 2 figures, so we wanted it like to be really, we wanted to have the most camera for but they say like, no, it's really expensive. So we say, okay, what if we lose 1 day of shooting and we do this scene in that day, so 1 day less, a lot of money less, and we can get the camera. They were like, okay, that would work. And we really like to get involved in everything, so we also know what's happening everywhere and how we can make everything go in like the right way, no? Because sometimes, and it happened to us too, and sometimes you lose control because you're not knowing what's happening, and you're not knowing what's happening in the art department, and you're not knowing what's happening in the costumes department, and the fights that they're being and whatever. But if you try to be everywhere, at least you try to be there, and then understand what's happening and how you could do, because at the end everything depends on the script. And if there's being problems in the art department or in the costume department, is because something you write. And it's like, instead of having a fight, let's talk about it. Like, come to us and say, okay, we're having a problem because of this. Can we do something? And I guess there's other directors that would be like, no, that's not my problem. look it for yourself. But we like to say, okay, if that's a problem, we can change it, or we can make it work, or or maybe you didn't understand what we wanted, and it's like not that complicated, or it's for us, it's always talking everything and try to improve everything.
Love that. As a fellow filmmaker, it's like we got to adapt and overcome. So I'm feeling that energy. So producers like, hey, still work with us. We'll make it happen for you. I love that. So again, while we're in production, you have this beautiful script and we're filming it. But sometimes, while we're trying to be in business mode, we're trying to get the work done. When was the moment that you cracked and you started laughing that you're like, okay, we got to do another take because you started laughing, Can you just tell me a story of like one of those special moments and while filming that, all right, you got me. I had to take a moment. I have to laugh.
Well, the thing is, our last film, well, the film that we shot previously before the Fantastic Golem Affairs, was a film that with a really low budget because, basically we paid for it, and we didn't have any budget, so there were plenty of moments where we had to stop and laugh because we didn't believe that some people will like that thing that we wrote like years ago was going to be real. And then after, when they bought some pianos so we can throw in the center of Madrid, or when the people was preparing the moment where this character has an erection, and all those meetings about like, how can we fake this erection? Maybe and someone was thinking like, I have this condom and this pump of a bike. Maybe if the character has like this button on his pocket, he can just get like hard like really fast, and all those things. And seeing people having those conversations for real, I think that was the moment that we realized, we made it, but I don't know who allow us to throw some pianos in the street and do all this crazy stuff.
I can't remember. I remember there was the day we were throwing the first piano. The sound guy, Antoine, he said, okay, when the piano was, everyone was really nervous because we were throwing a piano in a crane in the center of Madrid. There were like a lot of things
that could go wrong.
Yeah, can go wrong, and we have only 2 pianos for that scene. So if the first one is bad, we only have one other try. And everybody was nervous, but we weren't. We were like 2 child. They're like, oh, that's gonna be awesome. And so the sound guy say, okay, when the piano falls, I need everybody to be really quiet because we need at least 10 seconds more of sound and whatever. And everybody was like really concerned, and everybody was really, but the piano fall, and I just laughed really, really, really hard. And I
like
could
childhood dreams coming true.
I could see the frustration of the sound guy, because if I think if it was any other person in the shooting, he would get really mad. Like, I told you that. But as we were the directors, he didn't want to make that like. So I was looking at him. I was laughing really hard, and I was thinking, he's gonna be really, really, really pissed off today. Like, but then at the end, it was really fun for everyone.
I love it. Yeah. Again, as creatives, and you guys grew up together. I love that brotherhood, and you guys get to now, childhood dreams, and now you get to make things happen, and you get to drop pianos and squirt blood packets all over the place, and just have fun with practical effects and just have fun. Outside of the comedy elements, the dramatic pieces of this, you guys are trying to tell very important aspects of life, but through comedy and dark comedy in a way. Can you tell me the messaging that you hope people get from seeing the film?
Well, it's a story about losing someone and understanding that life goes on, and maybe it will be a shock for this character, and how we explain it, and like he is a young adult that hasn't done anything with his life, and suddenly he sees himself in the real world for the first time at his 32, whatever. And so that's the thing, like it's a push to everyone to say like, well, you can take care of your own life, and doesn't matter if you lose someone, life goes on. I think that's very resumed, like the thing that we were trying to say.
And you did a great job with it. Just all those layers. Again, I love that mixture, and it helps let those heavy moments land a lot easier when you blend it with comedy. Bravo, guys, on this film, The Fantastic Golem Affairs. And let me remind everybody in the link description below, I have links so you can go check it out when it comes to your area on this American tour. Go check it out. Support Burning Percebes and this film. But to close this out, guys, you started this film in 2023, and you're now rolling it out here in America. I want to know how you guys took the lessons of making this film and where we can see you next and what is coming next, if you can talk about it. Can we promote that?
It would be nice, but the thing is, we're writing our next film, and we hope we get funded, and at least in 1 or 2 years we can be premiering our film. But it's, you know how it works. It's really difficult, and it's not like you make one movie and then everything comes rolled. We're fighting as every time, and we're trying to get this new film to be produced, and
hopefully soon. Yeah.
Hopefully for soon. But we cannot tell anything because there's nothing to tell.
No
that's the shitty reality.
Well, I'm wishing the best for you guys. You guys, I think I saw you guys got compared to Wes Anderson. You guys are the Spanish Wes Anderson. Like the style, your vibe, how it goes from scene to scene. I just love that energy, and it's very inspiring. So thank you for that inspiration. As a fellow creative, I appreciate that wholeheartedly.
It was a real pleasure.
Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you, guys. Everybody, that is the amazing team of the Burning Percebes, aka Juan González and Fernando Martínez. Go check out The Fantastic Golem Affairs. I have the link in the description below, so you can go check that film as it makes its American tour. Thank you, guys. Much appreciated. I'm KUYA P. This is Nerds Rule the World.
Thank you.
Thank you. There's a cut, guys.
Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Yeah. Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world. Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes,
you know
sir.
Thank
you. Awesome. KUYA P, Nerds Rule the World. Hello.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh,
Nerds rule the world.
I got.
It's in the title of your show, like Nerds Rule the World. Like, I want more black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Nerds Rule.
Love
it. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Julie.
Yes, nerds rule. Yes,
rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
but yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
absolutely.
And you're right. Nerds do rule the world.
We're just the best.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies.
Nerds so much.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
It's your boy KUYA P. Nerds Rule the World. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
Do. They rule the world, all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys.
As well. Am I going to mess anything up if I'm off camera? And
oh, no. Yeah. If you can go off camera, that'd be great. I appreciate it, Lisa.
I'll do that and remove myself, and you guys have a great conversation.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lisa. Hello, guys. It's a pleasure to chat with you both.
Same here.
Awesome. So I'm rocking and rolling. I'm recording. I'm ready to go if you guys are. I'm gonna do a 3, 2, 1 count real quick. Tell me with my edit because I'm gonna put the trailer right in front of the interview.
Okay, so for you to know, I'm Fernando and he's Juan.
Okay, awesome. Fernando and Juan González and Fernando Martínez.
Yeah,
Burning Percebes, is that how you pronounce it? Percebes?
Yeah, Percebes.
Percebes. Burning Percebes. Okay. I'm gonna do my best. If I mess up the pronunciation, my apologies.
Never mind.
Awesome. All right, I'm gonna do a 3, 2, 1 and we'll get right into it. Thank you again. I appreciate it. All right, here we go. In a 1, 2, 3.